All right, folks, welcome to season 9. This is End All Be All here, and it's going to be an interesting week. Tomorrow, we are going to get our Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker event live. I'm pretty excited about this character. His kit looks really, really fun. Little bummed he's not a rebel, but glad that the Jedi synergy at least seems to be pretty strong, and the whole speed mechanic seems to be pretty interesting as well. I decided to go ahead and halt my SLKR farm because I was anyway at least 2 or 3 months away from it, and decided to go all in on the requirements for Luke. I already had three characters there. Other characters were G11 to G12 with the exception of Rolo, so I could go ahead and reach all the requirements within the week, and I decided to go all in on that. It's better for me to have the Luke, Jedi Luke, right now in a week rather than wait 2 3 months to get SLKR, which is what my current farm is looking like. My SLKR farm is probably pushed out by another 1 or 2 months, but I don't mind that for a couple of reasons. One is the SLKR is always there. It's not a particular event that you have to wait months and months for. The moment you're ready, you can go for it. But this Luke event, I don't know when it's going to come back next. Probably 2 to 3 months, and I can make good use of him in the meantime. And the second thing is SLKR is the end game, but Luke is not. Luke is probably going to be a character who's required for unlocking another version of a character later on down the line. So it's always good to have that farm already done and ready, so that if something better comes out, most likely another GL, maybe another GL Luke, you have the requirements for him already done and out of the way, so there's no panic farming at the last moment. So that's the reason why I decided to go for Luke. And I think this is definitely not the end game. There's going to be at least one or two more Lukes. If you look at the game, there's five Hans in there already, and we just have two Lukes right now, Farm Boy and CLS. This is going to be the third one. Um, Farm Boy and CLS are obviously from the first movie, New Hope. This one is going to be from Empire Strikes Back, and then I'm guessing there might be another one from Return of the Jedi, and then maybe another one from the Jedi Master Luke or something like that. Maybe Hermit Luke. I don't know, but I think they're far from milking out the max that they can from Luke, who's arguably the best character, the most well-known character in the game. So I would have patience and just wait for the other Lukes as well. But this is definitely not going to be the end game. All right, let's dive right into the Grand Arena match. Um, we're back to 5v5 with ships, so exciting times. So this is my group this time. About half of them have got GLs. None of them have got double GLs, thank God, because I only have one GL. But my current opponent, wait for me, is probably the best in my pod. Everyone else has got below 300k lifetime scores. My opponent has got 321k lifetime score, very close to mine. I'm about 335 or so. So pretty close to mine. Very good offensive and defensive record. Um, got 830 offensive wins, and look at that, 367 defensive wins, almost 50%. So likes to go really heavy on defense. So I was sure that he was going to keep his Ray on defense. So I decided to keep my Ray as well, because if there's a chance I might not clear him, I want the same thing to happen to him, because matches are very dicey in mirror. So I decided to. I think both of us just decided to keep our Rays on defense. So let's go ahead and dive right in and see our defenses. So my opponent went ahead and attacked me like within an hour after the attack phase started. So I always like to see that. It gives me something to work towards. So what I did was I kept my raid down south, along with gas. I wanted to make this team, this zone completely impenetrable, because I wanted to make sure that in case I'm unable to clear my opponent's ray, my opponent gets stuck on this zone as well. So two really tough teams. I think two of my best teams over here on defense. As you can see over here, they were not able to clear my ray. I went with a pre-taunt, a double tank team with a pre-taunt, L3, which is I think it's a pretty popular version, and especially if you're countering it with a non-GL, the typical Darth Revan counter, that typically tends to fail a little bit over here. And then my gas was one shot, but my opponent wasn't able to take out my Ray. I think they're done with all their battles. They did manage to one shot my sisters and my Grievous squad, but they struggle quite a bit on my Newt, Malik under Newt. And here I think I went a little overboard, keeping both Nest and Malik on defense, but it seems to have worked. My opponent took 4 battles to take this out, so I've got a little bit of a cushion even if I'm not able to clear the Ray. As long as I one shot everything else, I think I should be in the clear. And over here, my opponent one shot my Malevolence, no surprise there. And at the back, which he's not going to reach, I kept relatively simple teams. My Kira team with Missions Albar, and then I kept my leftover resistance squad with the Vets under Finn and Poe, which can be pretty tricky. No, yeah. So it's this zone is anyway not going to be touched. So let's go ahead and plan our attack phase. So my opponent has kept the very same Ray comp on defense, and this is an exact mirror of my own team. His Ray is all his characters are geared and leveled and relic exactly the same as mine. And this is going to be a tricky comp for me because I was planning to take DR Watt against it. With a pre-taunt, that gets tricky, especially if you don't have Malik and if you don't have Basti fast enough, which is the case with me. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to clear it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear the rest of the zones, make sure I bag the win, and then I'm going to attempt this zone. I do have my, for all the teams that I have, I do have my Darth Revan with the Thrawn and Watt team saved up that I plan to use against that team. But apart from that, I have my 3 best teams, CLS, JKR, and Padme, which I plan to take against his top zone because this is where he's kept all of his tough teams. I plan to take it against this and clear this zone, clear the ships, and then come down south and see what we have remaining. Okay, so let's go against the Grievous squad first, and I'm gonna take in my JKR against that. This is the standard squad that you usually take in for Grievous. I don't anticipate having much problems over here. Let's give this to Yoda. Let's try to trigger B2. Spread this around. There. Perfect timing. Now let's go and mark him and try to get rid of him. Let's do a basic so that we have turn meter. Let's give this to Yoda. Let's do this. B2 wasn't triggered. Let's try a big hit, and there he goes. Okay, so now that guy is gone. Let's take out a few more stacks over here. And when we get marked, we'll target Grievous. Let's pass this on to Yoda. Let's spread some buffs around. Let's take away some more stacks out here. Let's give this to Yoda. Let's take some more stacks, and I think this guy is going to go. So let's just finish him off and brace for Grievous's hits. There we go. All right. Let's take away a few more stacks. And let's get rid of this and stun him. Excellent. Let's just spread this around. I want to wait for Mark to come in first. Okay, there we go. And this should take care of the Grievous team. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so this one is going to be one shot. One big advantage of working on Luke means that my Hermit Yoda has become a little more beefy because I used to have him at G11, not even G12, because I didn't want to invest those 2 stun guns. But with this, going for Luke, decided to go all in on Hermit Yoda, and now I have him G13. No relics added yet, but he's pretty survivable. Typically in a match against Grievous, my Hermit Yoda would have died by now with a couple of Grievous AoEs, but I'm pretty happy getting him up to G13. I don't know if he needs any relic levels. That's probably going to be a waste on him, but at least the speed bump is useful to have on Hermit Yoda. All right, so that was one shot. Let's take care of the other teams with the best of what we have. Against the, I'll probably use CLS against the crew. I don't have healing immunity though. Yeah, none of my characters have healing immunity. I might get stuck on. You know what? I think I might bring Wampa over there against the crew team. But against the Hux team, I think I'm going to go in with Padme team. Um, should I use Padme against SLK against the crew team? Now, you know what? I think Padme makes sense um, against Hux, given that Hux prevents turn meter gain. Padme team doesn't really rely on turn meter gain, and there's going to be tons of assists from the Sith Trooper, and it's the Sith Trooper is modded for tons of damage. Yeah, look at that. So Padme team is going to be survivable against that. So I think I'm going to take in Padme against that, and I'm going to go in with my straight up Padme team. There's nothing to dispel, so let me go ahead and do this. And let's go and finish off this guy when we can. Excellent. I think it was overkill, but that's fine. Okay, so that guy's gone. Let's dispel everything, and let's take care of this guy. Now let's take care of this guy. Yeah, this is way overkill. But I probably won't end up using this team anywhere else anyway, because I'm 90% sure I'm not going to cross that team down south. All right, against this squad, I think I'm going to go in with these guys, but I'm going to take in Wampa over there for the healing immunity. That's going to come in handy because I don't want to get stuck on the R7 crew. Um, I did have Cholo in there, Captain Han, and that's another advantage of rallying up Captain Han. I have him at G13 right now, no relics, but having him there is good because it gives him a little more extra health and protection, and he's now tankier than Commander Luke. So there's no danger of him stealing the guard from Commander Luke from CLS with this team. So it'll be nice to have him in this team when I'm going forward. But for now, I think I'm just going to go in with these guys. Wampa's Days is going to come in handy, and his healing immunity is going to be pretty awesome as well. Let's go against First Order Executioner, try to get him down. Okay, Wampa has been stunned, unfortunately. Let's uh, let's do this and see if we can't take this guy down. Let's dispel all the things and get rid of him. Now let's see if we can't get rid of First Order Officer. My poor Wampa is probably going to be stunned for a while. Okay, this guy's gone. Let me see if I can't land a stun over here. Couldn't do that. That's okay. Let's get some damage up. See if we can't stun this guy. Couldn't do that. Let's see if we can land a big hit. Not yet. Okay, we'll probably have to go for healing immunity on this guy. Okay, let's do this. Buff immunity. Let's see, what do we want to do? Let's keep working on this guy. Stun on here. Yes, we managed to stun. Let's see if we can land a stun here. He's not stunning him even with the tenacity down. My Han is almost gone. My Stormtrooper Han. There he goes. That's unfortunate. I was relying on him. Anyway, let's get rid of this guy. See if we can't land a big hit. Get some debuffs out. Let's keep working on him. Okay, healing immunity, excellent. Landed on both of them. So we can't stun this guy. Let's just take him out. So that's the reason I got in Wampa, because I have timed out on that team, um, just with the CLS squad, because our 7 guys are really, really tanky. Unfortunately that I lost Stormtrooper Han. He got healing immunity on him. Otherwise, with his protection recovery, he's pretty tanky. But but otherwise, I think Wampa was the right call over here, just for that AoE healing immunity. That Zeta is not the popular one. His dot Zeta, the damage and counter chance on dot, that's a more popular one. But I have found quite a lot of uses for the healing immunity one as well. All right, let's get rid of the ship, which is the Malevolence as expected. It's a standard lineup, so I'm going to use my Kenobi, regular Kenobi fleet with the Houndstooth. And let's see. And then I'm going to go in with these guys. Um, yeah, I think this should be enough. Mm, let me just go in with the, yeah, I'll just go in with the full squad. Um, I want to one-shot everything, so that's going to be the most important thing. Okay. All right. So what I usually like to do is I like to go after Hyena Bomber first, so that I can start working down on him. And I like to apply buff immunity on Sunfac. Let's hope that this lands. Okay, it has landed. It makes things a little easier. Let's try to focus down on Hyena Bomber. He's going to be tanky, and it's going to take a while to get him down, but I think we should be okay. All right, let's get in Plo to get all those buzz droids off everyone, and let's give them some turn meter. Let's keep going after this guy. Okay, and now let's give offense up to Anakin. All right. Okay, so he's going with the Millennium Falcon strategy, which is going to be hiding Millennium Falcon behind the Vulture droids. Shouldn't be a problem for this guy. All right, what am I going to do? Let's just do this. Let's call everyone to assist and get rid of Hyena Bomber. Okay, now I have forgotten which one was the original Vulture droid. That's fine, we'll just kill everyone. Okay, let's get this one in. Okay, that guy's gone. I think the one at the back is the original one. Okay. All right, let's get rid of this guy. I don't have a debuff on Ahsoka, so I'm going to save the last ability Turnabout, because that gives some protection up and retribution and all of that good stuff. Okay, so this should get rid of him. Another reinforcement. It's probably going to be the, yep, it's the Geonosian spy, but we should take care of him pretty easily. Let's call Annie to assist, or give him some healing immunity. Oh, there we go. Now it's gone. Okay, so 60 banners, not the best, but it was one shot, which is what I was going for over here. All right, let's see what the scoreboard looks like. 1325. So yeah, I just need to get about 13 banners in the next match, and 14 banners, and I win the game. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm not going to use my Treya team against Ray, so I think I can go ahead and take Treya with these guys against it, against the new team. These guys are fast, but I've got dispels and all that, so I don't think that'll be an issue. And the Django doesn't have Zeta and doesn't have tons of damage as well. Um, all right, let's land an ability block over here. Okay, let's dispel everyone. And I'm going to isolate Nest for now and see if we can't get rid of Stormtrooper Han. Let's just do this. Okay, let's get rid of Stormtrooper Han. All right. Looks like Django's damage immunity also is done. So who do we want to... Let's get rid of him. I think he's going to taunt now. Let's land a daze on this guy. Excellent. Let's keep working on these guys. Nest is isolator, so she's not going to counter. Let's do this. All right, let's just do a basic. All right, let's just get rid of him. Get rid of Nest. And now the others should be pretty simple. Let's get rid of Django now. That's one death. Let's just keep going after him. Yeah, this guy's gonna die. But the rest of them will finish the job. Yeah, efficiency doesn't really matter for me at this stage. I'm just going for clean one-shot wins. So once I've won this, then I think I'll go ahead and throw everything else that I have against the other team down south, the Ray, because that is going to be the most problematic team. This is the reason I like my opponents going first, because it gives you something to work towards. All right, not the best banners, but we've secured the victory. I don't think my opponent has anything left. Yeah, we're 1375 versus 1338. So we've secured the victory. My opponent is not going to be able to clear this, especially after having to clear my Gas and JK and Grievous and the rest of this and Malak. So now here's the thing. I don't think my... So this is the team that I have available for it. And it makes things complicated because there's a pre-taunter L3 in there. Typically, when you have a pre-taunter, what you need to do is one of two things. If you're using the squad, you need to use Malak instead of Geonosian Brood Alpha. And then what you need to do is give the weapon stick to Darth Revan so that he can apply shock, and then Malak starts taunting. Then your Hero Finn and Hero Poe are going to target Malak and end up getting feared, and they're going to end up being less dangerous. And then you land the insanity on Rey as a leader, and then fear the whole team, and then take it from there. That's one option. My Malak unfortunately was on defense, and he did a good job there, and probably gave me a 30 banner efficiency victory. But in the absence of Malak, the other thing that you can do is go with the same team, but you need to have a really, really fast Bastilla Shan. And then what you need to do is give the weapon stick to Bastilla so that she goes first, preferably before the enemy Hero Finn, and applies fear on the pre-taunter. And then when your Darth Revan goes, then once he puts damage, he's going to essentially dispel the taunt on L3, and then you can fear the leader and take it from there. But unfortunately, my Bastilla Shan Fallen is only 259. She's only G12, and I don't have the best speeds on her, so she's not going to go before the Hero Finn and Poe. So that strategy is going to fail as well. So I think this one is pretty much going to be a loss. Um, I don't think I can start with insanity right off the bat. I need to go with shock. So I'm gonna try this. Let me see. I think my brood alpha is gonna take out getting taken out pretty early. My brute, and then these guys are gonna start attacking the other guys. So what I'm gonna do is take this in, and I'm gonna still put the weapon stick um, on Revan, and I'm not gonna fear yet. I'm gonna start going for shock. Yeah, so see, these guys are, they started attacking. Okay, let me put the taunting tech over there. He's not going to taunt yet. Yeah, these guys usually always go for Thrawn. So this is a lost match. Yep. So that's the difference. If my Basti was fast enough, then I would have been able to apply the the fear and dispel the taunt, and then go after Ray. Or if I had Malik, these guys would have gotten fear, and they would have been it would have been a much more manageable battle. But as it stands, this way, having lost Thrawn, there's no way I'm going to win this match. So yeah, I might as well exit from here. There's really nothing else to be done out here. Anyway, that's unfortunate. Going against a GL, especially without a GL of your own, is uh, is always going to be tough. Um, and having a Ray, I always want to keep Ray on defense. So I need to get a better way to figure out to take out Galactic Legend Ray and Kylo. That's going to be my goal, to try to see how to better take out Galactic Legend Ray and Kylo without my own Ray on offense. Um, but anyway, that's something that I need to figure out. I think I definitely need to get more speed on Basti to be able to target a pre-taunter better, or I need to keep my Malik on offense to prevent this thing from happening. Because I think Malik makes a better tank against against a pre-taunting Ray. All right, so I'm just going to exit from this battle. I don't think I have anything else in my roster to get rid of Ray now that Thrawn is gone and my own gas is on defense. So this is going to be a forfeit battle. Um, and I think that's probably going to be it for this match. We secured the victory, but couldn't manage to clear the Ray. And I hate to do that. I hate to leave the board uncleared. But I need to be able to manage my teams a little better. Um, we did secure a victory against a really tough opponent. Wade for me is he's pretty much undefeated for the last 20 matches or so, according to his history. Um, but um, but pretty I'm pretty I'm pretty pumped about this new season. 5v5 is always fun. It's going to be a new test now that more people are going to have both Galactic Legends on offense, and also potentially Galactic, Jedi Luke starting next week. Hopefully, I'll have my Jedi Luke as well. I don't think I'll be able to get him all the way up there in terms of gearing, but I think I'll probably have him unlocked by the start of next Grand Arena match season, a week. All right, so that's it for this week. Um, I will uh, I will give you the final status of this match in a comment. But 90% I'm sure that I've won. But I'll give you a status update at the end of towards the in the comment section below. So keep a watch out for that. Okay, so join me in the second week. We'll probably be facing someone with a with a another ultimate Ray or an ultimate Kylo. So that's going to be fun. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Happy gaming and stay safe. I'll catch you guys soon.